Hello students, and a warm welcome to this lecture on integrated marketing communication. So we'll discuss and get to know what is integrated marketing communication, what are the messages that are communicated in this integrated marketing communication or IMC, how this can be communicated, that is integrated marketing process, and lastly, what are the challenges the company faces to implement integrated marketing communication. So let us start with the first part, that is concept of integrated marketing communication. What is integrated marketing communication? It is integrated marketing communication or IMC. It is an attempt of the company to coordinate and synchronize various forms of activities, promotional activities of the company to communicate to the target audience more effectively and efficiently. Integrated marketing communication can be described as the process where all the promotional mix elements such as advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity and public relation are harmonized and synchronized to deliver to the target audience and the customers a clear, consistent and a compelling message about the brand and the product. IMC can be defined as a process by which messages communicated through elements of promotion mix such as advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity, public relation and direct marketing are synchronized and harmonized to deliver to the target audience a clear, consistent and a compelling message about the brand and the product. IMC is a very new concept, so that therefore it lacks clarity in this concept. But still, there are some authors, they have tried to bring some clarity in the IMC concept. So let us explore those concepts. One such definition describes IMC as a strategy in which a company coordinates advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity, public relation in order to present a single consistent image about the company and its brand. Don E. Sculls, who is considered a key component of this concept of IMC or integrated marketing communication, he defined IMC as the process of developing and implementing various forms of persuasive communication campaign with customers and the prospects over time. Duncan gave the most concrete definition of integrated marketing communication till now. According to Duncan, or how Duncan has defined, it is or IMC or integrated marketing communication is a cross-functional process for creating and nourishing profitable relationship with the customers and all the stakeholders by strategically controlling or influencing the messages sent to these groups and encouraging a data-driven, purposeful dialogue with them. This seems to be the most concrete definition till date. From this definition of Duncan, we can get 5 features of integrated marketing communication. First feature is a cross-functional process. IMC or integrated marketing communication is a cross-functional process, means coordination and cooperation among various departments within an organization and outside the organization, that is with the external stakeholders, can be achieved to get or to achieve the desired common communication goal. Second feature by this definition, it is creating and nourishing relationship with the stakeholders. That means use of communication tools or promotional tools such as advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity and public relation to attract new customer as well as to retain the old customers and to build long-term sustaining relationship with the existing customers. Third feature from this definition by Duncan, profitable relationship, means the company should ensure that the relationship being established with the customers and all the external stakeholders are profitable. Fourth feature of integrated marketing communication, strategic influence and controlling of all the messages. Means the company has to manage all the communicated messages directly through its promotional tool elements and indirectly through elements of marketing mix such as product, price, place and promotion. And the final feature from this Duncan's definition is encouraging a purposeful dialogue. That means using interactive communication rather than two-way communication with the customers and prospects. Duncan has also mentioned the type of messages that the company has to manage in this integrated marketing communication. Duncan postulated or suggested 4 kinds of messages that the company has to manage, which can be communicated to the customers and the external stakeholders. First is the plan message. It refers to the company's external communication elements or external communication activities such as advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity and public relation. Such messages often have less impact since these are totally controlled and regulated by the company itself. Second message is the inferred messages, refer to the messages that the company communicates through its elements of marketing mix such as product, price, promotion, place. For example, distribution of the company's products through high-end retail stores like Shoppers Stop, Lifestyle, Pantaloons, West Side, all these things, it communicates to the customer that the product is of a premium nature. It is not for the mass people, it has a premium price also. Third message, after this plan and inferred message comes maintenance message. Refer to those messages that the company indirectly communicates through its personnel and their activities with the customers and their services with the customers. For example, the interaction of the personnel with the customers during the customer service, or maybe the quality of the service the company's personnel provides to the customers may give certain kind of messages to the customers. If the quality is good, the customer thinks favorable for the product. If the quality of the service is not good, by behavior of the personnel is not good at the time of the services, maybe it can transmit an unfavorable image about the company. So that is inferred messages. Last one, unplanned messages. It refers to those messages that the company receives from the third party. For example, news reports in broadcast media, trade publication, newspapers and from the customer protection group, etc. are coming under this category. This cannot be controlled by the company. Company does not have any controlling power or regulatory power in this kind of activities or in this kind of promotion, but company can change this kind of promotion in their favor by doing some good services to the customers and by creating a good public relation image. All these four types of messages such as planned message, inferred message, maintenance message and unplanned message, they are required to communicate to the customers a clear, consistent and compelling message about the brand and the product. Most of the companies, they focus on the first 3 kinds of messages because these can be controlled by the company to some extent. But in reality, if the company can control their unplanned messages, if they can concentrate on their unplanned messages, their first 3 kinds of messages can be easily controlled and it will go in the company's favor also. Now we will see and discuss why integrated marketing communication is important in today's marketers. Suddenly, why all the focuses are stressing or are on integrated marketing communication. To understand the reason, we have to look at our macro environmental factors and how the environment is changing so fast. That's why maybe that compels a marketer to opt for other means of communication. In short, here we are discussing or we are going to discuss the importance or significance of integrated marketing communication. Several major factors in a surrounding are changing the face of today's marketing communication. First reason is customers are changing. Customers' outlook, customers' profile, everything is changing. In this digital and satellite age, customers are better informed and more communication empowered. Rather than relying on market supplied information, the customer can find the information on their own by using different social media and digital media. Second of all, marketing strategies are changing also. It is going through a huge sea change. Marketers are shifting away from mass marketing, and more they are developing focused marketing strategies and designed to engage customers and strengthen customer relationship, which is a backbone of the customer relationship management and today's marketing success, in a very narrowly defined micro markets. And third important and the final one is advances in digital technology and advancement in digital technology that are causing remarkable changes in the ways companies and customers communicate with each other. The shift towards a richer mix of media and content or the message poses a challenge for the marketers. Why? The consumers today are bombarded by different brand messages which are coming from the broad range of sources, but all too often companies fail to integrate the different communication channels. So it's totally a confusion from the company's part and from the consumer's part also. The reason is that the messages or the marketing content is coming from the different sources. For example, advertising messages are prepared by the advertising department of the company or the advertising agency. Other department of the company or other agencies are preparing sales promotion events, public relation content and the online or social media content. However, consumers do not distinguish between the messages coming from the different sources. In the consumer's mind, the brand related messages from different sources merge into a single consistent message about the brand and the company. And the result, if it is coming from a different sources and these conflicting messages can result in confused company images, brand position and customer relationship, and that can damage customer relationship management also. To end this problem, many companies practice the concept of integrated marketing communication. Under this concept, the company carefully integrates different communication channels of the company to deliver to the target audience a clear, consistent and a compelling message about the brand and the company. So in this context, students, let us examine the various factors or drivers that are responsible for the growth of integrated marketing communication in today's era. First point is increasing competition. A cohesive and integrated multi-dimensional communication messages from a company draw attention of the customers towards this brand and can create a good corporate image. Second important factor is increased number of information sources for the consumers that can confuse the customers. If the messages of the companies are coming from the different sources, it can confuse the customers and it can damage the customer relationship management also. To make the customer aware about the company and its brand, the company should ensure that all the messages coming from the same sources, and company should also ensure that it can actually communicate a single consistent message about the brand and about its product from the different sources. Third important one, declining in effectiveness of the mass media. The increasing clutter in television and advertising space has also resulted in consumers being tired of the so-called advertising, and it compels the companies to look for the other mode of advertising or other mode of communication. The traditional mass media is not effective in that way, and that compels and forces the companies to look for the other modes of the communication. And hence, since they are the diverse modes of communication, and that's why the necessity to integrate all, and hence the integrated marketing communication. The last factor, that is the technological explosion. technological explosion and this advancement in technologies have accelerated the integration of marketing communication faster. This helps coordination and synchronization of marketing communication by the companies in a more proper and qualitative way. Now students, we are going to discuss the next topic, IMC process, that is how the companies integrate their different communication channels to deliver a single message, how the companies coordinate the different messages to convey a simple and single message to the customers. In short, the process of integrated marketing communication. Though integrated marketing communication is gaining momentum or gaining importance, but its implementation is very slow, since it is very difficult to implement integrated marketing communication in a whole organization. It is not an easy task, it is time consuming also. Till now, different scholars, different organizations, different experts have suggested different ways how to company should communicate the different channels. One such way given by American Productivity and Quality Center has become very popular. So today I am going to discuss the process given by American Productivity and Quality Center. According to them, there are 4 stages of integrated marketing communication process. First one is tactical coordination of marketing communication. Second one is redefining of the marketing scope of the companies. Third one is application of IT or information technology, and the fourth one is financial and strategic integration. Let us start with the first step, tactical coordination of marketing communication. It refers to integration or coordination among external communication activities such as advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity, public relation and direct marketing to communicate to the customers one sight, one sound, that single, simple, unified message about the company and its brand. Integration of marketing communication in a tactical way can be done by 2 ways, and tactical integration involves creative integration and marketing communication channel integration. What is creative integration? Creative integration ensures that the design implementation of messages are consistent. It looks after the creative part. So from creative angle or from creative point of view, the company should send an unified message, a single message to the customers to reduce their confusion. And second one is communication mix elements integration. The company should ensure in this step or in this stage the integration of different communication promotional mix element, that is integration among advertisement, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity, public relation and direct marketing, so that company can convey a clear, consistent, single and compelling message to the customers about its product and its brand. That is tactical coordination of marketing information. Now I am coming back to the second stage given by American Productivity and Quality Center. Out of these 4 stages, second one is redefining the scope of the marketing communication. Now every company, every now and then, they need to redefine their scope of the marketing goal, because otherwise they cannot cope with the changing environment. Environment is changing, the company has to adjust its environments, adjust its strategy so that they can cope with the changing environment. So they need to realign their scope. Here in this stage, according to them, the company should redefine their scope by bringing consumer orientation to it. Means they should seek the customer satisfaction first. And the company gather information about the customers by 2 sources and through market research. And market research can be done by 2 ways. One, by conducting the primary survey, and second one by conducting the secondary survey. Primary survey the company does by issuing questionnaire, conducting the interviews, all these things. It is face to face. Company gathers the raw data and they transforms and analyzes it And second one is secondary survey. The company reads, studies the published article about the customers, about the group, about the society, about the country where the company wants to launch their product. So in this way, the company wants to know about the customers. So in short, if I have to say, the company's total orientation on planning shifts from inside out direction to outside in direction. That is the main aim of redefining the scope. Third stage given by American Productivity and Quality Center is application of information technology in this communication. In the next stage, the company uses information technology tools in marketing communication program. This includes building a customer database and analysis tools to develop effective communication program. Various data warehousing and data mining can be used to tap the data sources and build databases that can be accessed on a global scale. IT tools like database tools, analysis tools, customer relationship management tools are used by the company in planning and implementing the marketing communication program. And now I am coming to the final one. Final stage given by American Productivity and Quality Center as a part of the integrated marketing communication process, that is financial and strategic integration of the marketing communication. Here the company tries to integrate the financial and strategic part with the marketing communication program. Why financial? Because the company wants to know the expenditure they have made, what is their return. So they want to add the financial integration and financial part with the communication program. Company generally tries to integrate the financial part with the communication, or they integrate the financial aspect with the company's promotional activities by performing or by calculating return on investment from the return on investments perspective. The last part of the lecture, that is barriers to integrated marketing communication. Though we know that integrated marketing communication is increasing in its importance and its significance to the marketer, because they need to reach the diverse consumers through their diverse marketing channels and to give an unified message and single message. That is difficult. It is very difficult to implement. So let us look at the some of the factors which poses a challenge to the marketer while implementing integrated marketing communication. Mainly 3 factors are there which put a challenge to the marketer when they are going to integrate and the communication channels. First one is top management support. Integrated marketing communication requires an organization-wide change which cannot be implemented without the consent and support of the top management as a cross-functional team, as a cross-functional process. But sometimes the top management may resist the change because of the many psychological issues and psychological problems of their own. For example, ego clash. For example, unwillingness to part with the power. For example, their own narrow view of integrated marketing communication. In those cases, it becomes very difficult to implement integrated marketing communication. The company as a whole cannot integrate and synchronize all the marketing channels to deliver a single compelling message to the customers if top authority, top management is not supporting. Second one is the organizational barriers. Most of the organization has the traditional hierarchical structure. That means the various departments and each department taking care of different functions. And since each department manager is in charge of that department, they have certain authority and responsibility, and in that case, this hierarchical structure impedes and hinders the application or the adoption of integrated marketing communication. It is not easy to implement this IMC if each department wants to optimize their own goal. And it's a crisscross effort. In optimizing their own goal, each department forgets about their overall goal. And in those cases, it becomes very difficult for the company to coordinate all the messages coming from these different departments, and these departments who wants to optimize their own goal rather than optimizing the organizational goal. To get rid of this problem, some companies have chosen some solution. The best one till now is the company actually initiates the SBU strategy or SBU concept. SBU is strategic business unit concept, where each strategic business unit of the company has the authority to take its own decision. But such a setup makes it difficult for the company to coordinate all the marketing channels. If every department is taking its own decision, and finally when the communication is going to the customers, they get a confused image, and it confuses their understanding about the brand, customer relation, damage the customer relationship, and it cannot create a proper brand and build a proper brand also. Third one now I am going to say is cultural barrier. Culture is a person's understanding, refined knowledge about certain thing. Integrated marketing communication needs a person's change attitude. The person needs to think differently, and it is very difficult. People cannot change their nature. It is it's a habit. So integrated marketing communication asks the people, asks the employees to change their attitude. It is very difficult. If a company employees are not willing to go for this change, and if suppose they are not cooperating, then the company cannot implement this unified communication program to the consumers. It becomes very difficult. So the company needs to have a completely different cultural aspect in their organization to implement integrated marketing communication, or in short, to convey a single message by coordinating, synchronizing different communication channels to send the simple, compelling messages to the customers. In the end, after this thorough understanding and this lecture, though we know that integrated marketing communication is a must, but we have understood also that it poses a challenges, big challenge, big hurdles for the company to implement it, where the company wants to synchronize all the crisscross efforts of every department to convey a unified message. But still at the end, I should say, it's compulsory for every organization to implement integrated marketing communication by coordinating the different channels, by coordinating the different external communication in the form of advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity, public relation, and direct marketing, to convey a clear, single, consistent and compelling message to the customers, where the companies can engage the customers, they can communicate the brand image and enhances the brand experiences of the consumers. Thank you.